Cruising speeds are set. The destination has been mapped. You are now on a journey with the greatest host, the Stormcast. Action Jack, Nintendo Cisco, Geronimo, Trey Vito, Sandstorm McDowell. Hypervision goggles should be securely fastened to properly see the truth presented. Get ready, Stormtroopers, for another Stormcast. Grab your snacks, grab your drink. Don't blink, or you'll miss the Stormcast. Here we go.
Turn this up.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another Stormcast. We got the crew in the building. The crew is in the building. Matter of fact, they in the building because the crew is in the building.
Whoop, whoop.
We got Action Jack. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my brother. I cannot complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing, Just here chilling on another beautiful Saturday. Well, it's not quite so beautiful outside, but it is beautiful inside. With that being said, we got the co-host here holding it down, the fort. Vito, how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all?
Chilling.
Yes, sir.
You a little distant, but we can hear you.
Oh, that's good. I'm not close up to the mic, bro.
With that being said, thank you guys for coming through. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Many a topic. One at the end that I'm sure that y'all are really gonna love. But one of the big topics, PlayStation and Xbox fanboys. Them specs have got leaked, and it seems like the conversation is more so about whose system is more trash than the other person's. But we'll talk about that here and more a little bit later. But before we do hop in, y'all know how we do. We got to do this every single week and make a habit of it. We got to pray in. So, Father God, thank you for this time that you have allowed us, Lord. We appreciate the time that you have given us on this wonderful, beautiful Saturday that you have made. We thank you for all the things that we love, the hobbies that we love, the people that we love, and the time that we spend together. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
With that being said, Vito has another ice we got to do like something special for the ice, like icebreaker.
You
know
need
what
something.
I'm saying? Like,
For you to be a beat maker, you need more sound effects. So.
yeah. I am kind of weak on the sounds. So. But Vito, what is our icebreaker for today?
So, in this next gen coming up for the PlayStation 6, what would be an accessory or a device that you would like for Sony to either come back out with and improve on, or a new device that you can think of? What would you like included in this next PlayStation 6? I'm gonna start with Sandstorm.
I'm gonna take Jack's because I feel like Jack was gonna say this. He might have not have, but I just felt like it was up his wheelhouse. Pause. That he was gonna say this, but I would like for them to actually come out with VR and actually support that. I feel like at this point in time, everybody's kind of branching off in their own avenue, which is interesting because it makes me think of I don't remember which Fast and the Furious it is. I want to say it's whatever Fast and Furious was the last one that Paul Walker was in. And you see him at the very end. They all like Paul Walker's riding together with Vin Diesel, and they got the song going. Oh man, and they're looking at each other.
Yeah.
And then like they just like kind of slowly veer off into like different paths. Which like obviously he passed away, but it signifies like he's on a different journey, on a different road, a different path in his life. You know what I mean? And so it really feels like the 10th generation. Well, for Nintendo it was the 9th generation, but for the 10th generation it seems like they're all just kind of like, maybe it's about time that we just kind of make our own like space in within the console market. You know what I'm saying? And so Nintendo, kings of handhelds, nobody has been able to beat them out in the handheld game. They hold it down, and still that's still true to this day, right? But their system is also a console, a hybrid. Microsoft was like, hybrid idea ain't really that bad, let's go PC hybrid. You know what I'm saying? So they've got the PC market that they've already kind of established and slid into. Pause. With that as well. But like at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, it's a Steam machine. That's basically what it is. But at the end of the day, it's a hybrid console. You know what I'm saying? And it may possibly be the most powerful console that we have of the 10th generation. I don't know. Who cares at this point? But
Right.
Sony really has two options to go by, right? So they can just stay a traditional console and be like, you know, we're pure console through and through, which is, I mean, I guess that's cool, but like, what is special about that? Like, besides being like, we're a pure console, you know what I mean? Like, what? Because even in the pure console market, even if you look at the PS5, like, it does PC things, you know what I'm saying? Like, got an SSD, you know what I'm saying? 16 gigabytes of RAM, like those type of things, like, and it's straightforward. The system is as straightforward as possible for developers to develop for, right? There's no longer that like weird wonky setup and you got to figure out certain things so you can, you know, take advantage of certain stuff. They don't do that anymore. So like, even in itself, it's a little PC-ish. So what I would like for them to do is really dive into the VR stuff. So then that's like, okay, so they're doing PC stuff, they're doing handheld stuff, we're doing VR stuff, and we're really sticking to this to this thing. And I even would say, like, at this point, there is already a market for the VR like community. Make something that isn't like them. You know what I mean? Like, because if you give people more of what they already can get and they can get it for cheaper, they're not gonna follow you. We already seen that.
Yep.
Instead, make an experience that you can't access, I would say. Not even do their access. Like, they don't have any access to this. You can only get this experience. You can only get this Gran Turismo experience. Make new games. Make new games around VR. You don't even got to use God of War and Horizon. You don't use those. Those were good for console experiences. Make new experiences that handle VR and not in the weird gimmicky way, but like actual experiences. You know what I'm saying? Ask Ubisoft to make Assassin's Creed a first person game where you actually, or even better, tell EA to open up the Mirror's Edge again and let's get it cracking. But yeah, I would say PS6 with new VR that they would support.
Okay.
All right.
So, seeing as, yes, that was the alley I was going to go down, because that's like the only stone that's been unturned, really, because even in the VR space, while Quest does have a hold of it, they're losing it fast, not to anybody else, but just losing people in general. They're not doing enough with it. It's not advancing by any means. The most they're offering people is new menus and new environments. Who cares? So when we talk about what Sony could either offer or, you know, make sure that is available, I would say anything that they do, it has to be in box. It can't be anything that has to be purchased separate. It has to come. And I know a lot of people frown upon that, especially when we were talking about Kinect at one point in time. It's like, oh, if they just took Kinect out of there, it'd be so much cheaper. And then what if I don't want it? And then all privacy, while giving all your privacy away every day in social media. But that's besides the point. So I would go for a 2-piece set. I would say a camera and a Wii U-like controller, aka the PS Portable that they have now, the PS Portal, and just make that the main controller. Of course, with more features and make it, you know, like a direct connection to the console in itself, so that way it's not consistent or not consistent, but not reliant on internet to connect to anything. But the reason why I would say these two items need to go hand in hand is, one, a space that both Sony and Microsoft were going into for the 8th generation was streaming. They both went with PS4 and Xbox One, had the ability to stream, and they both put them down like immediately. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be pushed forward even more when PS5 and the series consoles came out. They dropped them completely. So if Sony wants to take anything serious as far as like going in a direction of any sorts, you can say, you know what, we don't have a platform that's big as YouTube or as big as Twitch for you to stream, but we do give you the ability to do that. Like, connect your accounts to Twitch, connect your accounts to Twitter or to YouTube, and then stream from your couch playing your PS6, right? But then also too, we're looking at different ways to play. Like, there's only so far you can go, so much further you can go with graphics. We're going into the AI space, so that way the systems themselves don't necessarily need to brute force anymore, and we just have software that can actually take care of that power aspect or the power dynamic. So it should make things cheaper and make file sizes a little bit smaller while still getting the bulk of what you are accustomed to. When you package that along with the controller, you kind of, to me, I feel like you can counter the cost. If I say, you know what, this system in itself isn't as beefy as one would like because it uses more AI and, you know, software generation, to where we can then give you this controller that has a screen, it has a microphone, it has a speaker, and it gives you the ability to do so much more. Now, granted, we didn't see a lot of developers utilize the Wii U gamepad, but at the same time, not a lot of Wii U sold in itself anyway.
Right.
We know with PlayStation can release absolutely nothing, and PlayStations will get sold.
Yes.
Like we're seeing it with this generation. Like PlayStation has little to no exclusives, and is still selling like hotcakes, all because they're more reliant on third party than they are on first party. But if you go out of your way to get another Last of Us and find a way to implement similar to Zombie U with the game, with the controller, with the screen, if you find a way to implement something new with Ratchet and Clank using that screen, or even if we get into racing to where you can tweak and tune by touching or whatever, and get a lot of the HUD elements off of the TV screen and put it on the controller, I guarantee you, like, a lot of people will gravitate towards your games a little bit more because there's that extra thing to it, right? We look at it now with the Switch 2 to where, yeah, if you look side by side, and if you're fortunate enough to have more than one device, if I say, okay, I'm looking at Resident Evil Requiem on PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch 2, right? Most people gravitate towards the Switch 2 because of portability. It has that one it factor that the PlayStation and the Xbox can't provide, while still looking very freaking close and running very well on that device. So you have to give somebody a leg up in some shape, form, or fashion. And I mentioned this in a video before. Not only will this controller be like a Wii U gamepad, but it will do something that the Wii U gamepad kind of struggled with, and that was for people to take it further away from the console, to where essentially, like I said, it's still a PlayStation Portable, but it's a dedicated controller. And so now you've upped the specs and the technology to where it speaks directly to this console, but at the same time, if you're away, you can use remote play. And so now it's like a dual purpose situation, to where right now, I don't know if you can use the portable as a controller. I think it's only a remote play device. So
I don't know.
I don't think
I've
you
heard
can.
some people said that you can, like, as long as you're connected to the internet.
You can hack it. You're connected, you can hack it and go places and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I wouldn't imagine I could, have it on my controller and then, or have it on the PlayStation Portal and then play it from the TV. Now, granted, you can because it's remote play, but ultimately you wouldn't want to do that. It's kind of redundant. But if I have it up on the TV and then there's something as far as options or whatever is on that screen in my hand, cool. But when I leave the house, let's swap it to remote play and allow that to happen seamlessly, so that way it's not a whole bunch of back and forth of me trying to figure this out. Because let's understand, in order for these consoles to sell, you have to appeal to casuals in some shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
And if I have to get any type of YouTube instruction manual or some walkthrough tutorial of how to make this swap happen, other than you just saying press a button, you lose people.
It ain't happening.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I would say the camera for them to get back into streaming, and then also that controller to dive into something that Nintendo walked away from, and that's asymmetrical gaming. And I know that crowd, the system will still sell, as long as, well, even with the wrong price, they'll still sell. But I think developers are willing to at least take a shot with Sony, to where with Nintendo they kind of with it. But I think they'll take a shot, even though the DualSense isn't giving too much. I think honestly, there were some creative ideas that came with the Wii U, with Deus Ex, Batman, and a bunch of other games like Zombie U that really utilized it well. And now we fast forward after seeing that. Typically, the idea doesn't have to be new. It just has to be presented in a different way for new people to get involved, to take it to the next step. And I believe that Sony, if anybody, could actually make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I would want them to, well, it's two things. I would want them to bring back PlayStation Now or whatever that was, where it was kind of like the equivalent of the Game Pass type thing or whatever. 'Cause in a sense, they kind of was the idea of what Game Pass was doing. PlayStation kind of did that a little bit first, you know what I'm saying, with that PlayStation Now situation. So, and they kind of still have that with your PlayStation Plus, but it's not like the Game Pass. So, just to compete with Microsoft, if they're, you know what I'm saying, gonna keep on doing this Game Pass for the long term, just to compete with that, like bring back that PlayStation Now and make it where it's, you know what I'm saying, it's like a direct competitor. Of course, all the exclusives and things will be on there, featured on there, day one drops, you know what I'm saying, of those exclusives on the PlayStation Now. Like that would be so game changing against Xbox's Game Pass. That'll be their answer. But I say that we want them to bring back the PlayStation TV. That I invested in.
The one thing that nobody else knows about.
Exactly. Nobody else knew about it. Essentially, it was a PlayStation. It was a PSP, except without. It was just a box or whatever. But it was supposed to connect your PlayStation. It was either 4 or 3.
3.
I think
3.
No. It was 4. It was 4.
The Vita did the 4, but I think the PSP did the 3. Which one was
the PlayStation TV?
Oh
was
yeah,
for the
yeah.
4. So, like, and brought that back because I actually invested in it. And Sandstorm, remember when I did that? That was crazy because it was like nothing. I can only play like Vita games and PlayStation Now games. You know what I'm saying? So, if they, like I said, up there, you know, get better on that PlayStation Now or whatever the situation may be, bring back the TV thing idea. I thought that was great. As far as like, instead of having your other console somewhere or something like that, having a whole bunch of consoles and stuff like that, you have something nice, sleek, and small that you can possibly hide, but be able to like pick up a control room or wherever you're at with it and be able to play that on your TV somewhere, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in the house or whatever like that. I think that would be a great thing for them to bring back. That's just something I was thinking about. I want to say last week, and I was going last week, but you know the Mario question kind of took over that. But definitely, I would want them to bring that back. That would be cool.
Okay.
But that would be all for this week's question. People in the chat, you know, if you wanted to answer that question, what device or what features on this next PlayStation you would like to see or have them bring back, go ahead and just hit us up in that chat. We'll read them out, and I'll have another one for you next week.
Cool. All right. So moving on from our icebreaker, our first topic of the day is something that we kind of talked about yesterday on the Vito variant. I got it right? Vito variant.
No, Vitoverse.
Vitoverse. On the Vitoverse channel, which is Mario Galaxy got a last trailer, which is crazy in itself because that marks the 5th direct that we've gotten so far in a row, 5 weeks in a row. Yeah. Which makes me really curious as to what we're gonna get this next week because we've been getting them back to back. So if they want to keep throwing them out, then by golly, we gonna keep accepting them. So with that being said, the trailer came out. Jack, I know you checked it out, and Vito, obviously we checked it out more than once. How do you guys feel about the cast overall that they've shown off? Because that was kind of I want to say that was like the real meat and potatoes of the actual show itself, the direct itself. But how you guys feel about the new cast that's added?
I was surprised to see Issa Rae and Donald Glover. Yeah, but then again, we never saw Honeybee, so the Queen Honeybee. So that lets you know that they really are going into these different galaxies that we experience within the game, along with, of course, Odyssey and everything else that we know from the last trailers that we've got, along with some of these theater spots that they've been doing as well. So surprised to see that. Want to hear Donald Glover as Yoshi. I'm kind of curious as to how he's gonna sound.
Yeah, heard a little bit. We heard like just a smidge of Yoshi, you know.
Yeah,
But
just a small tidbit, but I'm curious to see how he goes with this. But no, this cast seems to be spot on. I think, you know, that's the big difference with animation, right? Is voices. They don't need to act. It's all vocal. So I'm looking forward to the movie regardless, right? Right now I'm just contemplating whether it's day one or if it's after everybody calm down and then I go. Because that's the one thing I don't want to go in there. It's just a bunch of yelling and hollering kids and adults alike. Because the last one, when I went to go see it, the adults were worse than the kids. Like they were worse than the kids. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna come in here when it died down a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I think they showed enough. Like I don't want you to show everything off, and then when I get to the theaters, there's no surprises.
yeah, it feels like it's borderline getting to that, isn't it?
Yeah. It's getting pretty close. So I'm okay with the little bit they've shown. I don't know what Bowser Jr.'s plot is outside of saving his dad. If they're still going for more stars, therefore is going to lead to this whole galaxy push opposed to just the regular stars they were getting in the first one. You know, they mentioned in the trailer that we're going to see more of Mario and Luigi together, opposed to like the first one, it was just mainly Mario, and then we got little snippets of Luigi here and there.
Right.
So seeing them together is going to be a plus. And then just really curious as into if some of my ideas come to fruition, as into if you're jumping to different galaxies, are they also going to kind of like jump into other Nintendo franchises of like, oh shoot, we popped up in the F-Zero galaxy or popped up in the Zelda galaxy, you know what I mean? So I'm curious if they go deep into that, but all in all, I enjoyed what I saw and I can't wait till the movie comes out.
Okay, Vito.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool that they did that. Showed us the cast and gave us more of who's behind these voices and stuff like that. One thing that was like I took away from the voice actors is the fact that 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna care who's voice acting as long as they get the character right. You know what I'm saying? But the choices are like, these people are like genuine fans of Mario.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I always, actor that gets into any type of role dealing with something that's nostalgic or deals with something that we all grew up on and stuff like that. You gotta be a fan. You gotta have some knowledge. And that's one thing I loved about Marvel, you know what I'm saying, is the fact that a lot of the actors, they were fans. They did their research. If they didn't watch the TV shows, they was reading the comics. If they didn't read the comics, they somehow got their information, you know what I'm saying, on these characters, and they played them pretty well. So to see that the Mario Galaxy movie is taking that same approach, I really enjoy that. And you know, basically some actors from the MCU is voice acting. So to have that knowing that they were going to do their research, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be like the first one. You know what I'm saying, it's going to be pretty good. Definitely excited to see what little Bowser Jr. is going to do, and if we do get those like cameos going into those different worlds and stuff like that, like Jack was saying, I think it will be interesting. When Jack was saying that, after I had this thought, I was like, that would be cool if they were going into these different worlds and they happen to go into the Zelda world, and it's the Zelda that's being live action.
Right.
Yep.
They just pop up and then get back out, and you
Wait
like,
a minute.
no, I saw what you did. You run that back. I saw what you did.
Is this the real world? Like, where are we at?
Right.
And I and like, oh, okay, so let's get out of here.
Right. Don't be trying to be slick. I seen what you did there. I know what that was. Trying to give us a little teaser on the side of an actual movie.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I thought about that. That was a cool. Now here's my question. I know this probably go into later on, but you know we keep predicting about a direct on some like other games and stuff like that for them to do and stuff like that. Do you think that will happen anytime soon, or do you think that's going to happen maybe in the beginning of maybe May or something? Instead of like how we were predicting, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a direct this week, and we think it's gonna be their normal directs, announcing new games and stuff like that. Do you think it's gonna be in May? Because all fingers are pointing towards beginning of summer for this quote unquote direct. Basically, their direct to our game reveal season.
Yeah.
E3 season. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, we're in March. And they just dropped which I guess, I mean, we don't really have to talk about it. It can be something that we do talk about. But they just like randomly dropped the Yoshi trailer and was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, here it is. Like, wait a minute. Whoa, no, wait. How did you do that? Like, because he was supposed to be in the direct everybody was talking about. Like, it just, you know, it's right here. You know, just so you know.
I guarantee you the next random one is going to be that Tamagotchi Life one.
Yep. Yep. Because we already got a full Tamagotchi Life, like actual direct. So it's not like.
Actually, no, not Tamagotchi Life, Rhythm Heaven. Because we have not seen it
yeah.
since they announced it. So, yeah.
Yep. And I don't know. I don't think there are too many more that they like announced in one of those previous directs that like haven't come out yet.
Right.
I think Yoshi was like the biggest one, and they like kind of just dropped Mario Tennis with, you know, they didn't even do a direct for Mario Tennis, did they? It was just like, it was like, yeah, it's coming out, and then it came out, and it was like, yeah, but they got. It's funny that we do this like every time, right? It's like they announce like these lineup of games, and you like, but this has got to have a direct because we got to understand like exactly what's going on here. Like they just can't just drop. No, they can. They can if they want to. Because we like Yoshi. We get a new Yoshi game. That's crazy. Yoshi is dope. We get a new Yoshi game, but we gotta understand. Like they gotta give us. It's so funny because we like, like half of the people who be in the like who watch directs, they're like, yeah, yada yada yada. They telling us all this stuff that we already know. You don't gotta baby me through this. But then like before the direct, they like, but we gotta have a direct about it because we gotta know. We gotta understand. Like
yep. Yep.
So yeah, I mean we're in March already. I don't know if they go radio silent until our day of video games or a week of video games. I
mean, they gotta let the movie breathe right now. You know,
yeah,
that's going on right now.
Yeah, that's
like,
a tough one.
Big for them.
That's a tough one. I will say something about the movie though. But that's a tough one. I don't know. You might be right. They may not drop another one. They may drop another one, but they may not drop another one for a while. Let me see. Let's go to some of these in the comment section. Let's start here. J Big says, I think whatever the next direct is, it will be the direct that will be E3. So,
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yep. So that would be our June direct where they announce. Well, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. It's 3/14, right? The end of the year for them is 3/31.
Correct.
So do you think they talk about something in relative to their physical year? Because just last week was the Switch's 9th birthday. So
yeah,
it's crazy how that mug is 9.
I know,
but
right?
The 9th birthday. So you think they mention any sales or anything like that, or some sort of direct for shareholders?
Have they had that meeting yet? Because usually they do. Usually they have it for the fiscal year, which I don't think we've had it yet.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be coming up. They
would
only
imagine
got
so.
2 or 3 weeks. So
yeah.
I'll say if it is going to be a direct, it has to be somewhere in that area.
Right.
If we don't get one in that area, then it's not going to be until we get closer to E3.
But even then, like, so I know a lot of people, including like Doc Trey, have been hinting at something happening this month, right? I don't see a big blowout happening until June, because they always do one in June. Everybody does, even though E3 is not here, everyone still operates and functions as if E3 is here. Like you see all the trailers come out, these big blowouts happen, and we've already gotten the Indie Direct, we've already gotten the Partner Direct. So the only thing left is either another Game Direct or the actual like June, big June. So, okay, so put it like this: if the next General Direct isn't until June, the only Direct that I would see that makes sense right now, two of them, Rhythm Heaven, or the next Mario. Like Mario's strong enough for you to say, you know what? We'll show it to you. Like, we got a game to show you. Like, it's a Direct, and they bold enough to say, you know what? We're not even gonna tell you what it is. Just show up. Right. It's a game. Just show up. Or they can just be like, hey, the new Mario, the new 3D Mario will be showcasing at this next Direct, and everybody will show up, and then we'll see it again in June.
I'm telling you, if it shows up this year, I'm telling you, it's coming out this year. Like, that's no doubt in my mind, especially if it's the first half, anywhere all the way up to June, like June specifically. If it shows off in June, it's coming out this holiday. Like, I'm not even hesitant on that, especially because of how they flipped Odyssey so fast, and we were like, yeah, that's got to be next year, and they were like, nah, that's this year, buddy, for the holidays. And you're like, oh, okay, so then y'all must have been working on this for a while.
Yeah,
I think that's the same way. I mean, we got the same with Donkey Kong last year. It's like, oh, check this out, and that was after we knew about the Switch. So it's like, and then it showed up the following month after the Switch. You're like,
like a month or two. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then also I meant Splatoon Raiders. We haven't heard anything about that since they announced it. So that's another thing.
Yep. So
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Then J Big said, I think whatever the next Direct is will be the Direct that. Oh, let me move this. He said, I think it'll be around the time the next quarterly earnings report comes out. Yeah. RJ asked, they do overview trailers from time to time, mostly to games that's really close to release.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, we've been seeing a lot more of Elden Ring. So, and that still hasn't dropped yet. So
they got to release that before Dustblood start getting some traction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that much.
And Dustblood is supposed to come out this year.
Supposed to. So we'll see.
So yeah, it's a tight fit. Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my thoughts kind of on the Direct the Direct overall. I thought it was really cool that we did get to see the cast and everything. Dang, her name was just on my mind and now I forgot. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. Yeah. So it was cool to see Brie Larson, say what she had to say about Mario and everything. At first, I was thinking like in my head, like, nah, you ain't no gamer. But then I remember, then I remembered, they even got her for a couple commercials. Like she's for real game. Yeah. So I think that's really cool that she's playing Rosalina. And then there's they said there were some other people, some other casts that they haven't even revealed yet. That I think will be save them. Just save them. You know what I mean? Save them for the actual movie. But I do think that's really cool that they showed a few of those off. Like Jack said, it's no more. You know what I mean? Don't show us no more. Because I won't want to be able to accurately guess like what's going on in this movie. It's still at the point, besides like, oh, Bowser gets out, Bowser Jr. says Bowser. Yeah. It's still at the point of like you said, like what's the objective? Like what's going on here? If it's up to Bowser, he's getting revenge, but like what does that look like? We haven't seen. And it's interesting that Donkey Kong isn't in here at all. So I think that's cool. I'm okay with that. But that means that there's more focus on other things. Plus, Donkey Kong wasn't in Galaxy anyway, so
Correct.
it's it's sticking close to the games. I know also Vito was kind of side eye questioning that whole thing because we talked yesterday about possible Mario Galaxy 3, which is like like the big it's possible that's what this is all about, is them leading into Mario Galaxy 3. So I do think that would be interesting if that was like a thing.
Do we see that as a I want to make sure I use the right word here. Do we see this as a I'm gonna just say it, not lazy, but kind of like phoning in, because we've never seen Nintendo double back on a title per se,
Right.
like, or a series of games.
Yeah.
So like Galaxy was a thing, Sunshine, we have Odyssey, we have all these different games. Galaxy is the only one that's gotten 2.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
so for them to go and say, you know what, I'm gonna
Galaxy.
give you a 3, I'm like, that one I wouldn't have called. Now the only reason why I'm with it is, one, Galaxy is a great game,
Right.
Galaxy 1 and 2, but now you're playing with more power, so now this can get outrageous, like this can get disgusting real fast, like, so and if Nintendo can find a way to give you more space and make it fulfilling, well, Nintendo will be the ones to do it. They're not going to just give you this big world and say, hey, it's an open world game and you do some NPC missions and call it a day.
Right.
I think they're gonna find something to do. Like, my only gripe ever with Odyssey, for what it was, is I think they were just trying to give you reasons to collect those freaking moons and stars. Like, it was a little too many. Like,
Yeah.
it was getting on the borderline level of achievements, to where when you start the game, it's like, hey, you got an achievement. Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, where I'm just running the stars, is like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, I didn't really work for that, but thank you.
Right. You jumped out of the spaceship.
Right.
They
Like,
got a
please-
special title name for it, Jumpy Spaceship.
Right.
Jumpy
Like,
spaceship.
stop patronizing me, bro. Like, I know how to play this game. Stop. I'm starting to feel insulted at this point.
Yeah, man. I think you make a really good point, because I don't even include the new Super Mario Brothers into that, right? Because there's a bunch of those too, and like, how many new Super Mario Brothers y'all gonna make? You know?
Right. It's gonna be new once, my friend.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, part of me is like, okay, like, now that y'all really got some like heavy hitting hardware, y'all can take this and do something really crazy with Mario, as far as like on a galactic level. But then that would mean, to me, that all this movie was just a glorified advertisement that we paid for.
That'd be kind of disappointing in a way.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be. I want to say be comfortable with that, because I think the movie would still do well. I don't like when they're like, "Hey, this is our product. Come watch it. Okay, you liked our product so much, now come buy it." And like, no. I'm not sheepish like that. You're not gonna get me like that. So I do think, but is it an opportunity to like talk about something that is like another Mario game? Like the Mario game coming up that may not necessarily be about Galaxy. Maybe it's more about Rosalina.
Maybe it's getting her own game. Okay.
Maybe it's more about maybe they lean into the Luigi's Mansion at the end of this. He get knocked into another dimension or another galaxy, and he end up doing the hunting stuff. Like it, you don't know. But yeah, I say all that to say I hope not. What I do hope is, as a side note to that, is that these trailers at the beginning give me something for Zelda, please.
Yeah.
Give me something for Zelda, please. Like, there's I mean, there's going to be obvious trailers that we're probably going to see. They'll probably show off the, teaser trailer to Spider-Man, because of, Sony and all of that. I think you might get a little bit of this and a little bit of that as far as like, kid-friendly stuff. All you got to do, man, you don't even got to do nothing special. Like that's the crazy part. It's so crazy how we just get hyped off of like the smallest things. You know what I mean? Like all they got to do is show that level of grass, right?
Yep.
That level of grass and slowly rise up. And
it doesn't have to be a lot.
You see Link just ride the horse over the hill, and they go into black, and they like Zelda. You like, oh!
Like I said, it can be in the blurred distance. Like you don't have to see a face or nothing, as long as the silhouette or something looks similar. Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, you getting hyped for no reason. Like they didn't even show nothing, but you don't understand though.
Right.
You don't understand. That's why you looking at me like that, because you don't understand.
Because you don't know Baby D.
Right.
That's why you looking at me like that. Because you don't know Baby D.
Scared of a little girl named Baby D.
So we're really excited to definitely check out the Mario movie, which is actually coming in about 4 weeks from now.
It
1,
goes.
2,
Dangerous
3 weeks from now. Yeah.
Because
3
it seems
weeks.
like everybody's bumping their movies up from the original dates. Because Mario moved theirs up. I think Scary Movie 6 moved theirs up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody bumping their dates up.
And they're like, "Oh, you want to watch it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, we was just waiting for a word anyway. Like, it's already done. So, that's I think that's really cool, man. I'm excited to watch the Mario movie, as we all are, and see what kind of silliness. I hope the jokes are great. I hope they tone it way down on songs from our real world and stick to a lot of the Mario melodies.
Yeah, I saw a lot of disappointment with the first one with that. There was a lot of real world songs that people felt like could just be replaced by Mario songs.
I mean, I think out of all of them, the one that should have stayed, they had all the right to stay, was No Sleep in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
That one fit the bill because they were already in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
they were actually in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that fit because it was supposed to be the quote unquote real world for them. Makes sense. But then when they started doing it in other places, it was like, we don't need to do all that. That's not necessary.
Question. Now we've talked about other characters or who was going to be in this movie. What are the chances of us getting characters in this movie that will then be implemented into the game? So, like, for example, the family line of Mario that we got in the first game, like, will we start seeing them implemented in any kind of way, or just cameos, or do you think this is just a movie only thing?
So
that kind of goes into that question I asked last week.
So my honest answer is I'm going to say no. As a matter of fact, I don't even think you're going to even see any of his family, their family in this. Like, I don't. It seems like, at least as far as from the trailers, it seems like this is going to be mostly presiding in Peach's world and branched off from that point into the galaxy. I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think his mom's gonna show up in this world and be like, oh, I brought you dinner. I don't see any of that happening. I think it was kind of a one and done. Like more so to be like, this is kind of Mario's life, Mario and Luigi's life here. Yeah. Now they've kind of transferred their like career, if you would, like into Peach's world. So like that's where they live now. Type of situation. So but with that being said, I do think that there's room enough to move like some other characters and have them branch out into other games. One I'm actually kind of surprised of is when they were doing the Rainbow Road section, right? And they had the big old car or whatever that they were going against. I'm actually kind of surprised that that's not a thing in Mario Kart World. Yeah. Like a boss battle or something like that you're doing while you're driving around, because that
which I think is still coming. I think if you're going to have a game last for, let's say, max of 10 years, you got to drip feed. It'll come. Boss battles will come. Like, we just got the implementation of like the bomb battle in battle mode. Like, that just got added. So yeah, they're going to drip feed this for sure.
And ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, I would expect. The one thing I know this is kind of going off sideways, but I think one of the cool things that they could possibly do is start making some of the tracks that we got from previous games. I'm not talking 8, because 8 is a little bit harder. With the fact that they don't have hover cars in this game, but it would be really interesting for like the Double Dash levels, the 64 levels. I mean, there's already some of the Super Nintendo levels in the game, right? But I think it would be really cool, since it's a world, that you can find a way to implement those levels in the game. You know what I mean? Like, if you try, I think one of them was like the toilet, the bathtub area. Like, if you could find a way, like whether that's a giant Donkey Kong, you know what I'm saying, or some giant, like that's their bathtub, and you just found your way into this other land or whatever. Right. I think it would be that would give it some more playability and some familiarity, right? Calamari Desert, like we don't ever see the train anymore, just riding around in Calamari Desert. So I think that would be cool if they did something like that. But that, like I said, that was going off on the sideways tangent. But yeah, I do think, like Queen Bee, for example. I think if people really vibe with her, like that's not her name, Queen Honey. Honey. Yeah. If people vibe with her as Issa Rae, there's no doubt in my mind that they like start exploiting her more in the game.
So for sure. I don't know, man, but ultimately I think the next idea, if it's not a Galaxy 3, do what Ratchet and Clank promised, but do it the right way, and that's time travel. That'll be my thing, like time travel, and this will be this will be so Nintendo. If you want to see Galaxy, let's time travel back to Galaxy. Let's time travel back to Super Nintendo. Let's time travel back to NES. And we saw this in Odyssey, to where when you are at the end and Bowser and Mario are teaming up, and he turns into the NES version of Bowser to run on the side of the wall to finish the level. So like, let's time travel and really go back to the different Marios. Let's buy into the history of Mario. We're at the 40th anniversary. This game can not only give you something new, but it could commemorate the 40 years that Mario's been around, and have you really dive into every inch of those worlds and playing, like, because I've seen it. It's not to what I feel like it should be, but we've seen the people create these Mario levels, like level 1-1 in VR. So it's like level 1-1 is on top of your kitchen counter, and they're playing it that way. So find a creative way of implementing that level, whether you recreate it in 3D or however you see fit. Because Sonic sort of kind of played with that a little bit with Generations, to kind of have like the old Sonic and the new Sonic with the 2D, 3D levels. But yeah, I think that'd be super dope to have like a Mario time traveling game. And while it is kind of like you following Bowser because he's trying to get away, or he's going to go grab certain things or whatever that he needs from each game or from each generation, then yeah, he can definitely be the Mario Cell, if you will. I think that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, I think it'd be dope, man.
Okay. So it's let's see. Let's go back to the comment sections here. Oh no. J Big said he said around September, October for the year end direct.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of early to me. at least let me get one more in October or November. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's see. RJ said I can see a direct happening after the Mario movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. Yeah, especially because they're known to be like, you know, thank you off or who, you know, off the game to watch the movie. You know, it did phenomenal. There have been so many people enjoying the movie. Blah 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 blah. 35 of the SNES in America, 30 of the N64, 25 of the GameCube, and GBA.
I didn't know what this meant. What was this about?
I don't know.
I read it. I was like, I'm not quite sure what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about in relevance to it. I don't know. Explain yourself, FL. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was about.
And
Triple M, yeah, I know.
Are we talking about courses?
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know.
Because let's see, the mushroom. What's in 64? The mushroom, fire, the Star Cup. There's two more, right? There's two in between that, right?
Yeah.
So 6 tracks. 6 tracks of 6 tracks for each. That would make 30. J Big said the end of the year direct has been in September for the last few years.
Okay.
I mean,
but to answer Triple M, yeah, I know Ratchet and Clank was Space Time Continuum, but advertising wise, they made it seem like you were going to be jumping from like different levels in different spaces within that time. So for me, I'm like, okay, the way they were advertising was like, oh, you're just going to be jumping from here, there, and everywhere. That wasn't the case. Like you jump from from downstairs to upstairs, but you didn't go nowhere outside of that. But I think Mario can add to the fact of like jumping through time in a way, kind of playing the Chrono Trigger bag a little bit. I think that'd be pretty dope. But yeah, so that way, but in that case, you know, with the Chrono Trigger bag, you're now having to kind of flirt with different timelines. Like, will Bowser jump to a timeline where he won? Will we go back to the timeline to where, of course, Mario always wins? When we jump to the future, what does it look like? Do we jump into, or do we even entertain the Mario and Luigi games with like dream what's it called, like not Dream Time, but the pretty much the RPG games they started doing on the DS.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do we start flirting around with those to where they were inside of Bowser and all this other stuff? Like, there's so many games they can play around with because it's their games. But you can also play around with the idea of, well, what if this didn't happen? And so Mario has to go back and fix this because Bowser went through and he messed it all up to where it made it look like he won every step of the way.
Agreed.
But yeah, Ratchet & Clank messed it up. Like they sold that poorly.
I tried to look up the Mario Kart tracks. It's definitely not 30. It was only 60.
Yeah, but I say it was like yeah, it wasn't 30.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
It sounded like, oh yeah, for sure. It's always it's this timeline. Now we need to go to the timeline to where Bowser won, similar to not Frontier. What was the other Sonic game that came out before Frontier?
You're talking about the one that's got that you
Shadows
came out on the Wii U.
Shadows.
I think Shadows, yeah, because the one where they made it a big deal about you creating your own character and helping them, save the world.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that. Hold on. That was called something else.
Yeah. What was the name of that Sonic game before Frontier? Forces. Okay, so Sonic.
Forces, yeah.
So Sonic Forces, Eggman won. right? So like you had to go and help and fix that and figure that out to where like J Big said, like Mario wins every time in this timeline. So now Bowser's going to go back and he's going to find out how he can fix that and then kind of disturb the future as it was. And let's be bold with it. He married Peach. Like let's be bold with it.
And now you know where Bowser Jr. came from. And now you know.
Let's get into that bag. Like, okay, yeah, he won Peach over, and now your final battle may be Evil Peach. It might be Evil Peach.
I like
and
that.
I think that'd be pretty dope. Just to wake her up and say, all right, cool, Peach, like you was wilding. Like Bowser had you, he turned you out. Like he made you evil.
I dare say that he decided that he was gonna make a crown and put it on her head, and she became Bowsette.
Ooh, that's flirting with some yeah, you flirting with a lot because they already got the memes queued up. So it's like, all right,
Right.
you flirting with, but it would be ingenious though, because at that point, Bowser, that's what Bowser's dream looks like, right? It's like, okay, I got my ships, I got my castles, I got my minions around here. Mario works my nerves, and I got my girl.
Right.
So while yes, I could be the fake final boss, in reality, you gotta go heads up with my lady.
Right.
Like she know you in and out, homeboy. So yeah, I think that'd be so dope if they pull that off.
Like they'd be like, "Yep, she played with your head this whole time. She was really working for me." Like,
Right.
dang, she know you through and through, buddy. She know everything about you. How you sleep, how you wake up, how you brush your teeth. You ever wonder why you never actually got with her? That's why.
Right.
It's me.
Just
The
break
whole
his
time.
spirit, like break Mario's spirit. Like he know you mess with something, but I need him to see it. Like this is what it could be, Mario. The fact that in your timeline you still ain't got her, but in my timeline I got her.
I got her. The whole time you was wondering to yourself, how come she ain't never give you a kiss on the lips? That's why.
Yeah.
It was always me. Ever since the beginning.
And I'm still a fan of the idea of the old school King Koopa being like his brother or something. So like because he's green and look totally different. And I know that was just like what he looked like before he became the Bowser we know now.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you can't use that character model and like, oh, this is my brother or my uncle or something, and like, hey, we're gonna play off of that.
Triple M said there's a difference between marriage and consummating it. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You gotta lock that in. You gotta lock it in. Okay? It's not official until it's official. With a pad and a pencil. You know what I'm saying? J Big said, anyone remember the last scene of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show part? He said, I would say King One. I don't actually.
I don't remember I only saw like a few episodes of that cartoon.
I would say the same. And the episodes that I did watch, I kept watching the same ones. So it's not like I didn't even know that it
existed for me.
Yeah. So
Like, that's a thing.
yeah. Yeah. That's where we'll be hooked on the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that came from. I do remember the show. I just don't remember it being on that long. Same with the Zelda show. I remember the Zelda show. I just don't remember it being on for that long.
I
But
don't remember none of that guy at that time.
Okay.
that's fair. That's fair. With that being said, let us know in the comment section if you guys are going to be checking out the Mario movie that comes out April 1st. Will you be going day one, or are you going to wait just a little bit until the crowds load out? Me personally, definitely going to try and see it as close to day one as possible. I get excited when the crowd get excited. You know what I mean? Like, because I already know about I don't know about the movie, but it's the character. Like, I really recognize the character. And so, like, same thing with animes. When I go to the animes and hear other people excited, like, oh, Like I'd just be like, yeah, I feel that too, you know. J Big said they had their chance to go back to Brooklyn, but they decided to stay and hope. Princess Code School and Code. Yeah, I mean, it's a career, you know. Sometimes you can't pick the particulars of your career. Only to end up in King Koopa chasing them, spitting fire at them, and that's how it ended. Oh, okay. So with that being said, transitioning into one of our main topics today, which is PlayStation, the PlayStation 6. We'll start off with the Helix. The Xbox Helix got announced last week, so we kind of talked about the Xbox Helix and everything as far as that goes. And then we got some supposed specs about the console. Ironically so, not too much long after the PlayStation 6 got its quote-unquote specs leaked out as well. Quote-unquote leakers of said leaks are saying that the Xbox is the more powerful console. Big whoop. And that it will be a similar scenario as the last generation. This kind of sparked a whole lot of talk.
I don't know why. I really don't.
Like heavy. Between the two fanboy crowds, Xbox and PlayStation 6, mostly started by the PlayStation 6, I can see. Fanboys is that it doesn't matter what or how powerful their console is, they still ain't gonna get no games. I feel that's like kettle talking. What's the saying? I feel like
pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. But I digress. So just talking about this for a moment. We've entered really heavily now. Like this is, I think it's kind of getting, I won't say to an unhealthy level, to a very toxic level, regarding hardware. And one of the things I will say is that when the conversation of generations still comes around, a lot of the conversation is about how powerful a system is. Why is that? Why is that?
They have nothing else to go off of. It's just always like, it's this idea that if I get this super powerful console, it's then in turn going to give me these great, big, beautiful games that run great. False. Like it has not been true for any generation at all. It depends on the developer, the type of game, what they're working with, optimization. There's all these little things that go into making these consoles what they are. But in reality, because the random fan doesn't know what that is, this is all they have to go off of.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, when these came out and it's like, oh, here are all the specs. I understood why they came out for developers, because now as a developer, you can say, oh, okay, they have this, so now I can start preparing to work with this whenever I get dev kits. As a consumer, means jack squat to me. Like it means nothing.
Right. It's funny that you say that because I was just thinking about this past generation. Well, not past generation, but the 9th generation. Is that when those consoles first came out, it was talking about how Xbox was a more powerful console between the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, and then it was like, oh, the PlayStation 5 has a faster SSD, so it runs games better, so all that power doesn't mean nothing, blah, 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 blah. And so just back and forth. Obviously, PlayStation got better games, also because of the platform, that's something that nobody ever talks about. But
correct.
That was kind of the main conversation, right? Is like, yeah, your console might be more powerful, but it doesn't run games better than our console type of situation. And so now we're looking at another generation of the same said conversation. And what's weird, what's odd to me is that I find more and more that the people that are having these conversations of talks of power are people who always assume that like power was the narrative, right? That which is odd, because that means you had to have, and power was only really talked about I would say towards the end of the 7th generation. Like, oh, which console, but like it wasn't in the conversation of like which console is more powerful and it's doing more. It was just like which game kind of looks better on between both of these systems.
Right.
And then the power conversation really came around when it was the Wii U and the PS4 and the Xbox. That's like really when it got talked about. Not on the same level of like now you're playing with power, Nintendo, but like specs wise, this is what we were talking about, right? Specs and the PlayStation 4. When did that come out? 2014?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So you got a system 2014, we're in 2026. That is 12 years from when we started talking about power. I don't know any 12-year-olds on Twitter, on these social medias that I go back and forth with, but the previous generation was 7 years, right?
Right.
And I'm coming to a point with this, but the previous generation was 7 years. So even if you started in the 7th generation where we weren't talking about power, that would make you 19 years old. Still kind of young to really be talking about power, like that, to really have that conversation. So the next bracket before that was GameCube, and GameCube, PlayStation, and Xbox, and let's call that 7 years on top of that. Now you're 26 years old, so that's kind of in the realm. You're still kind of young, so that means you had to have been born. If you were playing GameCube and all that, you had to have been born at least in 94, 96. So you know about, like, at that point in time, N64, you know about the PlayStation, you know about the Sega, you've seen all that. And none of those conversations were ever talked about with power and how much power you are putting into a system to make the game look so much different or so much greater. So why is it that that's your conversation now? Like, oh, I can't play this because, you know, the power of the system is a generation behind the others. That
silly.
Stops you from playing games? Like, I don't understand it. Like, is owning a Switch and a game coming out for the Switch, and it's last generation. Like, I'm trying to wrap my hand around. I'm really trying to understand. Like, playing a Switch and playing a game. Can you not play that game because the specs are old? Then what do you do with your PlayStations? Like, do you just do you sell them? I mean that's a legitimate question. Like, do you sell your PlayStations because they have last generation tech in them, or like, so my point being is like, why? And it's mostly, like I said, from the Sony community, right? Is like, why are y'all spending so much time talking about these leaked specs that we haven't even really gotten confirmation for, and blasting the other people? Where are y'all games at? Where y'all playing? Are y'all playing games? What are games y'all playing?
They're not playing them. Like, they're really not. They're really not.
Season 3 right now.
Right, you know what I'm saying? 2K again.
Madden, WWE. Yeah, that's what they're playing.
You know what I mean?
You know, battle, Call of Duty Battlegrounds, season 80,000.
Arc Raiders.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? We out here with the Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
Fortnite is Fortnite booming. Roblox.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that kind of stuff, those kind of games, like, do you really need the most powerful system to really run those games? And it's funny to me too, because I had a conversation with somebody else, and I was like, you as a Sony fanboy are quite interesting, because you're talking about all these games that you getting from Xbox and all this other stuff, and Xbox ain't got no exclusives and they ain't got no games, but like there's more Xbox people out there playing Xbox games. Like they're out there playing games more than y'all playing your own games.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, that's stop the cap. We have access to this game and this game.
I don't care what you got access to. Is what are you playing?
They're like, the sales of every Sony game is great. And I'm like, I didn't say the Sony sales were bad. I'm like, but let's look at the ratio though. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the ratio of that. You got, let's take your top game on PlayStation 5. Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
60 million units. 16 million units. That's a good number, right?
Yeah.
93 million units of PlayStation 5s.
Yeah, when you bring that other number in there, it's not good.
The ratio is not ratioing.
No, it's not.
Mind you, let's take a game like Forza Horizons 5. Now, we could say the Xbox sales are somewhere in the 70s, 60s, 60s, 70s.
I think you're pushing it with that, but
right.
Go with it.
But the sales of Forza Horizon 5, even without the PC, which did 5 million in sales from it, or from the PlayStation 5, you still looking at like 24 million sales.
Mm-hmm.
What's that attach ratio compared to yours? Sounds like more people are picking up Xbox games that are Xbox fans than PlayStation people are picking up PlayStation games. That's what it sounds like to me. So yeah, you may have more sales, but like overall, you ain't buying games. That's the ratio. You ain't buying games.
Even if, let's say I don't know the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't know the numbers, I can look at a sales chart, and then I can look at what companies stay around.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to show me everything I need to know. If this company is selling out the wazoo and it's exclusive, and then next thing you know, you say, well, unfortunately, we got some bad news. This company's being let go. Something wasn't selling. Something wasn't happening. Like, unless there was just this big swap out of nowhere because something crazy happened, cool. But 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. You're not shutting down a company or a studio unless they are if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Let's be honest. So yeah, I don't know. Like that's the one thing that throws me off about both sides. Mm-hmm. They go back and forth with each other all day, every day, but then the console that they cater for is being held up by third parties.
Right.
So it's like you don't have necessarily a leg to truly stand on either side. It's like, okay, when you look at the top franchises for Sony, we mentioned Spider-Man. I think God of War is up there.
God of War.
And who's the third in that? Would it be Last of Us?
Probably.
Last of Us, either Uncharted. Let's give it to either one of those.
Yeah.
Uncharted's not here anymore because Sony doesn't believe in keeping stuff around. They want to move on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us, people get worn out, and they were worn out after the first one, like because they keep re-releasing it over and over again, but they're worn out. Spider-Man really don't belong to you. It's not something that you built up from the ground anyway.
That ain't even yours.
It's not yours. And then God of War is like the only legitimate one out of this group that's still around and still selling. But even then, it goes to show that they can't do anything different with that game, because if you do, it ain't getting bought. I'm not saying that the 2D one was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but
they trashed that.
Yeah, they trashed it immediately. Immediately, but I think that also had to do with the rumors.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be kind of like what's that game? I'm blanking on the 2D game because it's a roguelike game, and I'm blanking on it, but nonetheless,
something sells.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that, or either like Dread in a way.
Oh yeah.
So they thought it was going to be like that, a little bit more pretty, or even the Prince of Persia game. They thought it was going to be like that, but just with Kratos. And they went a totally different route. And I'll be the first to admit, that's not at all what I expected either. But ultimately, from what I've seen, they did put a lot into that game. Like they gave people something to play with that game, and even it goes to show they can't be experimental. They can't. Like they have to be in that field that they kind of paint themselves into. So even with this trilogy coming out, I'm curious to see how that does.
Yeah,
I'm real curious. Like if the crowd that loved Ragnarok and God of War 2008. Yeah, I'm curious as into who really picks this up, or 2018 or whatever, whenever it came out, but 2018. So I'm curious to see who picks up the trilogy, because I'm a fan of the trilogy. I don't like these two new ones.
Yeah,
I don't like the story based, cinematic Kratos. I like for me to hack and slash Bayonetta, Devil May Cry Kratos. Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, they both argue with each other and pick on each other, but they're in the same camp. I don't understand it at all. It's like, power this, the PS4 Pro can do this, and it's 1 frame higher than yours, and yours drops down to 55 frames and mine stays at 60. Did you buy it, or did you go to Digital Foundry?
Right.
Oh, I went to Digital Foundry. Oh, then why are we talking about this?
Right.
You have no interest. It's just another pissing contest for you to say mine is better than yours. That's
and if you bought it, did you know that it was dropping like that, or did you wait until Digital Foundry to get some confirmation?
Most people are waiting till Digital Foundry.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part about it. But even with that, another issue, and we were talking about this on the last show for Winging It, the crazy part with that one is a lot of them will wait for sales. And that's not helping your developer anyway. Like I said, if I don't care nothing about the game, I'll wait for a sale. Like I genuinely don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and cape like I'm trying to save all developers.
Right.
Not all developers are worth saving. I'm sorry, but it's like for games and franchises I really like, I'll drop whatever they put the price at, because I genuinely know, hey, you've been good so far with what you've put out. I trust you with my money. So here's the thing: like when you see like Devolver Digital, oh, got you. I'll go get Devolver Digital. Team 17, I'll go copy. Nintendo, I'll go cop. Who else is out there that I know they haven't missed with me yet? There's a few more. Yeah. If I see that name, Monolith Soft. If I see the name, like yep, I'll go cop. But I know some people have to get to that point of like, hey, this is what it is. 2K used to be on that list with me, but then 2K fell off this year. Like as much as I want to play WWE 2K26, I'm just not doing it. Like they've gotten crazy. Like they're getting disgusting
managing
with they're getting disgusting with it now, and they're bold with it. So that lets me know that with the next 2K they're gonna do the same thing. But ultimately, I don't know. I don't know what the argument's about. Even with the situation with Xbox, it's like, oh, this is just a PC. Like, no, it's not. They told you it's a console, and there's also like a PC portion of it as well. But it's at its surface, it is a console, but it just has a PC, OS you can go to, like running in the background. Same thing, like what they continue to fuss with us about Switch. Yeah, it's not a console, it's a handheld. When it's docked, it switches a profile.
Right,
it's a console. It's
got a fan just like yours. Yeah,
exactly. Now Steam Deck, I can say it's a handheld. Why? Because the profile is the same regardless of what you do with it.
Yeah,
it doesn't change anything when you plug it in. But when I dock my Switch, it goes into a different profile. Therefore, it puts out better when it is docked versus handheld. So that's why it's called a hybrid.
Right. Right. Let's get to a couple of these because it looks like it's riveting conversation. Let's see. J Big said most of the games will come from Microsoft. I am sure they have one more big game company, Ubisoft maybe.
They better not. They better not.
Yeah.
Don't buy another console. I mean, another company. Do not. Not another. Don't buy not another developer.
Right. You said they blame the Series S for PS5 games running.
Yeah. It's hard to get back.
How? Big one. When you're more techie, you go that power route. You know who created that? Digital Foundry made everybody a tech head at that point.
Yep.
Sure did. Squared said PC gaming talk about power. was also during the ballpark of the seventh generation. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It just all kind of like really culminated towards the end of that generation. I don't even know who started that or why it was even a thing. And even during that seventh generation talk, it was like, yeah, the PlayStation 3 is a more powerful system, but the Xbox was like more streamlined, and so all the games ended up running better. Not to mention, nobody could crack the blast processing. I'm looking at the next item. The cell processor on that system. Like, to this day, if you ask Shadow, who is a techie, he'll tell you like, had they cracked that system, like that was the most. That CPU was way ahead of its time, and shouldn't have even been used for gaming purposes in the first place.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that firsthand because I had a PS3 for a little bit when it came out. Like I got one of the first ones, and then I just didn't touch it again and got a 360. But now buying a PS3, those games, goodness gracious, I was like, did they all run this bad? I was like, so where did all of this super hype for PS3 this, PS3 that, like when the games run this bad? And on the flip side, the 360 is like, oh, this is smooth, like no issues.
Yep. It was like they wanted them to take advantage of the cell processor, but it was so complicated, most people didn't bother trying to utilize it, so they just like bypassed, if you would. It was like, we just gonna brute force this game onto this. That's not how it works, you know. So, Squared said it's basically devolved from Sega Blast Processing and Bits Talk. Yeah, kind of. I would say a little bit, but like even then, we weren't as heavy, I would say, on that conversation of Blast Processing. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, even with that too, I feel like when as a kid, right? Yeah, hearing that, it was just like, oh, we can now achieve this type of game, and this type of look because we have blast processing. To where now it's like we have all these specs, but the games look the same. You're not doing anything different from the next console. So why are we even talking about specs at this point?
We got the SSD now, and our SSD is faster than their SSD, so we just load up faster, and then it makes the whole game more immersive and like.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the same game.
But I will say, I do see the difference between our now loading screens versus back then. Because PS3 games, I'm like, why are you still loading?
Agonizingly slow. It is amazing that we had so much patience. Maybe that's part of conditioning. Like maybe that's what they did with the whole conditioning situation. Because if I played a game. To me, back in the day, like playing a PlayStation 1, I wouldn't say it was like a lot of times it was super fast, but I felt like it was a decent speed. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, that loud Dreamcast.
You play it again. You like, oh, okay, I'm in here. You had enough time to hit the start button, run. Go pour you a little drink real quick, drink it down, run back in. It just started up. Okay, cool. That's how it felt. Nowadays, you put that mug in, you be like, "Is this one, bro? Like, is it gonna go to the next? I don't know if it's gonna go to the next screen." Oh, okay. Okay, it's still alive. Okay, I thought you died. Let's see. Triple M said, by the way, speaking of the film. He said, "I'll wait when the heat dies down." That's fair.
Yeah, I don't blame
him. J Big said, it was even before that. I remember the power battles between NES and Master System when I was in elementary school.
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, neither did I. That was never a conversation on my side of the world, at least. Squared said, or these people actually do play 30 frames per second games at sub 4K. They just don't want to admit. You know what else is funny to me? And I'm gonna openly say, I do in some ways feel like this makes me a hypocrite. In some ways, let me explain. So I cannot stand when people say, "Oh, your game's not really doing 4K,
Oh
so
my
it's
goodness.
not
The native
like
nonsense.
yeah, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not really native 4K. It's upscaled." Like, why does that matter? Like, that doesn't even matter to me. Like, is it really? Am I really doing the digital Foundry thing where I'm like zooming in times 8 and like I'm like, yeah, that ain't 4K. Guess I can't play this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is some of the stupidest conversations to me. I think they're dumb. I think they're absolutely dumb. And to prove that they're dumb, I'll even use Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry did the whole review of the Switch 2 version of what's the game that just came out? Resident Evil Requiem.
Mhm.
And its native resolution was lower than the Series S's
Correct.
native resolution, and it upscaled it just like the Series S did to 4K, and the Switch version looks better. So like,
Yeah, exactly.
like, why does it even matter at that point? You know what I'm saying? I hate that. But the only reason why I say it kind of makes me hypocritical is because I feel the opposite way about cars, but it's the exact same thing. Like, kind of. I'm a person who's like, I don't like, there's some electric cars I like, but generally speaking, I don't like electric cars.
Right.
And I don't feel like if I was to ever race a car, why would I ever race an electric car? I feel like that's cheating. You know what I mean? Like, there are no gears in an electric car,
Right.
but it still travels the same way that a regular car does. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, but your car ain't doing no real gear changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you ain't shifting. No, you just using one gear. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I think that narrative is really dumb. So, oh, you're not doing real 4K at all. Look at your system; it doesn't do real 4K.
And guess
not a
what? You
real
wouldn't
one.
know if somebody didn't told you.
Right.
If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't have known.
It would turn into, I bet this isn't real 4K. This is not real 4K, guys. Bet you it's not. The system's not powerful enough. Like, you would know that either.
Right.
RJ said, I'm curious. The remake to old school God of War will do well, Janet.
I really, really hope it does, because to me it shows Sony that you can do both, right? Like, you can continue the side scrolling and make it whatever storyline you want to make it, and then you can continue the cinematic aspect of it, right? I look at it as into their messaging where they said, hey, we can get into our AA bag while these AAA games are cooking. I would consider that hack and slash God of War to be on a AA front, right? You don't have to have that as a AAA game and do it that way. So I hope people go out and purchase it. I'm kind of upset that I don't have my PS5 anymore, because then I won't be able to experience it, and unless Sony get into their Xbox bag and start releasing everywhere, and then we cool. But I don't foresee them doing that. So let's see that, you know, they have to do it without me. But for the most part, I hope that it does succeed.
All right. So Jazzy says, and then they treat Nintendo as a redheaded stepchild and leave them out of the convo because there really isn't. Nintendo has been holding it down for the last 2 generations, and those 2 generations equal at least 9 years. So, you know, you've been having 9 years of Nintendo. That's why with the thumbnail it says who's running for second place, because both of the 2 who are fighting over second place are fighting real hard, while Nintendo fans are still just playing games.
Yeah.
Square said, waiting for the digital Foundry, waiting for Metacritic. It's like they're trying to find permission to like games, which is wild, but accurate though.
But I will give one caveat, one, because I agree with you. There are a small group that do so because they're trying to manage their money, right? Like, because games are getting expensive. Well, they've always been expensive, let's be honest. But like, they're at that point to where your game, that the game that interests you the most, tends to be that $70 or $60 game, right? Like, we're seeing it first and foremost right now with Pokopia, excuse me. There's people that are legitimately on my timeline saying, bro, I'm trying to come to terms with doing a Switch 2 and Pocopia, but I really don't want to put myself in a bind. Like, because in their country, whether it's Canada or wherever, it's $600 to $700 for the console, and then another like I think $100 for the game. So it's tough. So I can get behind checking reviews and Digital Foundry. No, not even Digital Foundry. Let me exclude them. But at least checking review scores and say, is it good? Then going to Twitter and seeing if the conversation matches before I go and I drop that 60 or that 70. You know what I mean? So I can understand that small group. For the ones that do it just because they want to see a high score and high performance, no. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, agreed. It's unfortunate because the natural number is at 70 now, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. I mean, I understand. I think the reasoning that they gave is stupid, but it's one of those things where it's just like perfect example. Like, there's a game coming out next week. I know it's a game that I'm probably gonna end up picking up, to be honest
Which
with
one?
you.
What is
Crimson Desert.
Yeah.
And to be honest, at this point, I don't even know if I'm doing it for myself. Like, I'm really thinking, like, am I doing this because I really want to play this game, or am I doing it because, like, I have questions and I want to know for myself? Like, I don't.
Scientific research. That's what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's like, at this point, it's scientific research. Is like, do I really want this game for myself, or do I really want this game because I need the answers or the questions answered, and I don't trust YouTube or social media to give me the exact correct answer that I'm looking for. Like, at this point, because even looking at the game even now, like, my biggest question is like, what am I doing here? Like, I see me jumping, I see the action, okay, cool, I see the building of the houses, like, but what am I doing here? Like, what? I need an answer on that. Like, I need an answer.
Yeah.
I think the key.
You know, like, I don't know. But Jazzy said now the DLS is more prominent. The obsession of native resolution wars are fading away, and they are.
Yeah, you saw all the people rushing to get PS5 Pros because of PSSR 2.
Yeah, PSSR. Yeah, and you know how heavy they jump on that now.
Yeah.
Like, you talk to them about native resolutions, and they be trying to go back at you with native resolutions, but these be the same people who are like, "Yo, PSSR 3.0 is that update is here, son. We here." We like, I thought y'all was talking about native resolutions. Like, y'all confuse me. J Big said people in Facebook's Xbox group were cursing me out for having a Series S, blaming me for having a system holding.
You contributed to the sales, something that it ain't got right now. So
yeah, that's so wild to me. I don't understand how you can be mad at somebody else for buying a system that they wanted to buy. Like,
because didn't Microsoft say that was actually the better selling device was the Series S because it was affordable?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right, man.
You're the whole reason why the system. Yeah, but see, this is the part that they don't. This is the part they don't want to tell you. The game, the PlayStation 5 is the lead platform that they made it off of. So, like, what are we really talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did your system get held back when it was made on your system for another system? How does that work? Please tell me. Like, everybody's just making games. You know what? To save time and energy, we're just gonna go and make games on the Series S because that's the weakest system. Now, I'm saying this for a reason. That's the weakest system. We're just gonna make all the games on the Series S because that's just the weakest system. Switch? No, we don't know nothing about that. We're just gonna make everything on the Series S because that's the weakest system, and then we'll work up from that. So, like, it's gonna hold everything else back. I understand, but it's the easiest system to just work for. So we're just gonna do it on the Series S. Huh? Ain't nobody buying Xboxes? I mean, no, but we still just gonna do the Series. Nah, man, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. To be fair, certain games did run better on Genesis than SNES. They did.
Yeah, they did.
But certain games look way better. Yeah, no, that's true too. J-Big said, with the new Xbox and PlayStation, I'm sure they won't be real 4K either with their AI. Oh, absolutely. It costs less. It costs less to downscale and then upscale to something else. Like it's just easier on resources.
Because let's be honest, like you can afford to start getting bigger with these file sizes. Like you got to start going down because we're already at the point of needing 2 terabytes for everybody that keeps their games on their console without downloading. Like 2 terabytes. So are we really going to start entertaining the idea of 4?
Yeah.
No.
Right. I would even say to this upscalers. I love cars, so it's easy to kind of relate them. But not every car in the world was trying to be the fastest car in the world.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Bugatti wasn't even. Bugatti's not even it's a sports car, but if you ask them, it's a luxury car.
There you go.
It's a luxury car that just so happens to be the fastest car in the world.
Yeah.
And if you look at all the other companies, Bugatti came out, the first one in like early 2000s, right? Well, not the first one, but the first one to beat the McLaren came out in the early 2000s, right? And so since then, none of the other companies have really been trying to push the fastest car in the world, trying to make the fastest car in the world. But what they have been doing is trying to make the most efficient car in the world as far as speed, balance, acceleration, handling, all of those things, because all of those other things are important in an overall design of a car, right? Same thing applies for gaming. You don't have to continuously try and push the envelope. You can master it. We've been talking about this for the longest time. You can master it. Why use more raw power when you can just use the power that you have a sampling solution like we do here with the AI upscalers, and just have them push it that way. And then you're using less money, you're using less time to try and create these. You're having more balance in your frame rates, all this other stuff. It's more than just trying to push raw power. What up, Darius? Appreciate you coming through. We weren't calling you Darius anymore. We was calling you Shine. Yeah, what up, Shine? Appreciate you coming through. So it's not even needed at this point. We don't need to have the quote unquote real 4K. And by the time the systems get powerful enough that real 4K is something easy for them to do, will they ever use it? Probably not.
No.
They'll probably still be so used to doing the upscalers and figuring out ways to go beyond that than just use regular power. It's like, dang, if I can make one more analogy, it's like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point in time, back in the day, when we first saw Frieza, it took Super Saiyan Goku to fight Frieza in his final form.
Right.
And they was going at it. Goku doesn't have to go into Super Saiyan anymore to fight Frieza in his final form. Like, nope. He can fight him in regular. Like, but that's because he got more efficient with using his base and everything else. So it's same analogy. But with that being said, since a lot of Nintendo gamers are, I wouldn't say a lot of Nintendo gamers, since a lot of people have been spending more of their time actually playing games, and as Nintendo gamers and as your podcast leaders, 9,000, right? Over 9,000. Your podcast leaders, Jack, Vito, and I. Since we really like to talk about games, and we really want y'all to actually pick up games instead of spending all the time talking about whose system is more powerful. Let's talk about some games. Let's talk about some games that are on the horizon. Jack, do you have any like future purchases that you're interested in picking up?
You know, crazy enough, a lot of games that I have in my future to come up are not like these heavy, intensive, like graphical games, and they're more on the cozy line of things, right? So,
Mhm.
one game in particular is called, what is it? One store mini stores, like in Convena.
Mhm.
It's like so it's essentially you running a convenience stores in the 90s, and you kind of like talk to the customers that come in, and it's like getting everybody's story and kind of helping them with whatever they have going on at the same time I'm running this grocery store. So that's one game that I'm looking to pick up in the future. And like I said, I did have WWE 2K26 on that list, but I had to throw that away quick, man. It's just I just
Mm.
can't. I can't. Scott Pilgrim EX is another game that I plan to pick up, but I
Mhm.
know I had put a tweet about it. But there's a game that dropped during that indie direct that's a beat 'em up as well, but it's a roguelike beat 'em up. And the only reason why I didn't pick it up yet is because of that roguelike aspect. I have like way too many roguelike games right now. Like
Mm.
I still haven't finished Absalom. Like I've gotten pretty far in Absalom, but I haven't gotten to like the end of it. But looking at the games coming up, really it comes down to little cozy or simplistic games like that, or trying to think something else is supposed to be coming out here pretty soon that I have my eye on. Can't think of it right now, but really that's about it. Really, my main focus is looking forward to that one store mini stories game, and I think is going to be pretty dope. And it's supposed to drop April 30th.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is what I have my eye on outside of right now being crazy addicted to Pokopia right now, bro. Like Pokopia is
Ah,
ridiculous, and I
yes.
wasn't even gonna pick that game up.
Shout outs to Cisco. He said he was not happy with you because he said, "Bro, we were supposed to be waiting for this, you know."
We were supposed to win a contest and win one.
Yeah.
And one thing I started noticing, there's a lot of fake pages that say, "Oh, follow, retweet, blah 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 to win a copy," and they
Mhm.
don't do any Pokemon content. So it's like, all right, like so you have to start digging into these profiles and see if they even are truly doing a giveaway contest. They just trying to get followers at that point. But
Mm.
I was gonna hold out, bro. Cisco, I promise you, I was gonna hold out. And then I got on Twitter, and people just kept pushing, and I'm like, oh, that looked cool. Like, cause there was a point in time I wasn't even gonna pick the game up. I was like, oh, this ain't my cup of tea. Like, this ain't my thing. Like, I'll probably later down the line. And then I saw what some people were doing in the game. I'm like, wait a minute, this might fix my cozy bug I've been looking for. Because everybody keeps pointing to Stardew Valley. I was like, that game is not as good as y'all keep making it out to be. Stardew Valley
Right.
is not as good as y'all think it is. So I'm like, I have Stardew Valley. I don't care for Stardew Valley. And then when I went and I picked it up and I turned it on, I was like, okay, let's see. 1 hour turned into 2 turned into 4. And I'm like, yeah, this game is addictive. But I will say, I agree with some people. It can be a toss up between Pocopia and Dragon Quest Builders 2, right? Because the creator of Dragon Quest Builders made this game, so they share a lot of similarities. But I do like the combat aspect of Dragon Quest Builders, as well as like you building up your town and other people helping you build up your town as well to help defend and keep people out. To where with Pocopia is really chill in a sense. Like if I want to go and build some stuff up, the Pokemon like they may come up to me and give me something or ask for something, but in reality, I don't have to pay it any attention. I can just continue doing what I'm doing and then come to them on my own time, on my own terms, and build up how I want to build up. But Dragon Quest Builders 2, now that the Switch 2 is out, is a much better play as well too, because as much as people were recommending it, once you get to a certain point in Switch 1, it starts to chug-a-lug. Especially if you start getting into those other people's worlds, because you can go and visit other people's worlds. Like you can't take nothing from it, but you can go to their worlds, and the more illustrious ones, boy, does it run rough. So they didn't put out like a patch or anything. This is just straight brute forcing it. and Dragon Quest Builders 2 runs so much better on the Switch 2. So I could have sworn it was like a sale happening last week, but I think it went back up. But if you do want to get it physical, it is on sale at GameStop. So I might get my hands on it to play it on the Switch 2. But I remember playing the demo, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing this. Like, we're not doing this. But yeah, so that's what I got going on. That's what I'm looking forward to here pretty soon, though.
Okay. Vito, what are you looking forward to? It don't even have to be new games necessarily. Yeah. But what games are you looking forward to?
Hold on. I had a list earlier.
Oh, and then Mouse PI for hire.
Oh yeah. Why are you looking at I'll bring that up because we had. Did they come out and say that Nintendo let them finally crack open talking about it?
Nintendo helped them, like Nintendo worked with them, and they were able to also add mouse mode into it as well. So I was like,
what's this about, Wanda?
Fantastic. It's got mouse on.
Yeah. And a mouse game.
Yeah.
So this is Mouse PI for hire. Looks like it's a very interesting game along lines of the cartoony, taking the fashion of the old cartoony look, which I think they should do so much more. I really do think that should be utilized so much more. But I mean, let's move forward. It's a first-person shooter with the look of both some more realistic aesthetics mixed with the cartoony look. I love the way this looks, and as far as like the enemies and stuff, like when you shoot the enemies and you kill the enemies, it reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's where get that feeling of mostly like a very mature cartoon game. So yeah, this is definitely on my radar as well. Jack, do you remember what day this comes out?
I know they pushed it. Hold on.
April 16th.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
So next month as well. It'll be right around the corner. Ooh, right.
So I got the 16th and the 30th. So hopefully this is about around $40-$50, and then other game I was talking about should be around about the same price, and not 30.
Yeah, it's a very exciting looking game, though. I didn't put it on any of the highlights of them going against each other or anything, but just looks like a very, very interesting game, very good game that we're gonna keep our eyes on out for. Now, Vito, what games are you looking forward to?
In the month of May, I'm kind of like in a stuck situation. But first, before May, definitely I want to get Crimson Desert. I want to see how that really plays or whatever like that. But in May, I got Forza Horizon 6. And I think I've definitely said something about that here before. I was like, yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna be in Japan on this one.
Yeah,
and
finally get to ride around with that 8.6.
Yeah.
Doing my initial D stuff. Initial D. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
It's definitely gonna be a cool little game. Well, I think it will be a cool game. But that same month, bro, we got GoldenEye that comes out.
That's right.
First Light.
Yes.
The Yoshi game comes out then.
Yep. That's gonna be a struggle, man.
Like days before then, on the 30th, that Serenos or whatever that.
Serenos.
Yeah.
That comes out the 30th of April. It's like a stacked point of time around that time. It's crazy. But we got that Marvel's Token fighting.
Oh yeah,
right.
August. But that's way down the line.
It's so weird because I see it so much. I thought the game was out already.
Yeah. I would imagine somebody's able to play it, like as far as testing is concerned, but yeah, it's so weird that that's exclusive though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that same month, Beast of Reincarnation, I was looking forward to.
Oh
that one.
yeah, the Game Freak joint.
Game
Yeah.
Freak game. Yeah.
Now, Jack, I don't know if you with me on this one. I don't even know if I'm with me on this one. But for right now, the only release in November is Grand Theft Auto 6.
Nope. They got to show me something. They
Yeah,
have to show me something. Like
Yeah.
that's my only gripe with, because I think we talked about it before. That wow factor of, oh, I get to rob, shoot, steal, kill. Like, yeah, cool.
Right.
Like it was cool back in the day, but now it's like, are you
What
gonna
else
get
is
them-
there?
We didn't got them all. We didn't did it.
when
We
I
got
did it
the
all, like you got to
mods
improve
and
the
on
shooting
online.
mechanics, you got to improve the driving mechanics, you got to improve a lot of things within the games that Rockstar get away with.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got to sell me on this one, brother. So I'm halfway, like just because of the name, I'm somewhat there, but nah, they got to show out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the month, let's see, September. I totally forgot about this. September is a hard one for me. I mean, I'll probably end up getting both. But Phantom Blade Zero comes out the 9th,
Yeah.
and then the week after, Wolverine comes out.
See, Wolverine, I'm kind of iffy on, but
Yeah.
Phantom Blade
I
Zero,
gotta see some more stuff. Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom Blade Zero didn't have me for a while. I
Yeah.
just needed it to come out at that point.
I want to
definitely-
see if they continue the whole like how fluid
Fluid.
it looked initially.
Yeah,
Like we gonna see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
get
fluidness of
that.
that game turned from like, ooh, they didn't do that, to like, oh, okay. I
You
see.
almost got me. You almost got
Not
me.
as fluid. It's still fluid, but it ain't as fluid as me. Okay. Now I want to see if that took another step down. Like, well,
Mhm.
it ain't gonna be like that because you pressing buttons. Like,
Right. Exactly.
I'm definitely interested in that Wolverine game though, because it is made by the Spider-Man people. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be kind of like how are y'all going to transfer to another completely different superhero? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's
I
Logan
think
is easy, but he's complex as well.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like just to have that whole mindset of like what else is gonna be, and I'll actually kind of intertwine those universes. You know what I mean? If we'll see a cameo of somebody from Spider-Man into the Wolverine game. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I'm curious to see if they might have like some kind of collabo later on down the line. Like if they keep going, if this is like a game that they do really well, will they make an X-Men game? And then like will they have like downloadable content in the X-Men, or for the X-Men stuff or whatever like that in this Wolverine game? You know what I mean? Like you going on missions with Cyclops or that's the Russian dude that's like all metal. What's the
Colossus.
name? Colossus. You know what I'm saying? Have some missions with Colossus or something. That would be very interesting to see what they do with this.
Yeah.
But I kind of doubt they'll go that far, especially by it being their first game. But I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
like, y'all got the suit.
Yeah.
Like y'all bringing us Logan's suit. Like, so
And the fact that they still got to get permission from Marvel for like all of that, like for everything at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm a little on the fence on Wolverine too, not for that same reason. I don't know, making a like I agree with you, Vito. I feel like making a Wolverine game is just hard in general. You know what I mean? Like, because on one scale, you don't really see Wolverine just traversing the city like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like he's not one of those type of heroes.
Mhm.
And on the other side of that, it's like at least I can tell, I feel like they just use the same engine that they use for Spider-Man and just made a you start here and you get to this, the other side of the map on this game, because I don't think it's a open world game, but it's like how many? No, it shouldn't. And it's like how many brutal attacks can you make? Like when they started talking like that, I'm like,
is that what they're gonna lean on? It's like how gruesome it can get.
Yeah, because it, like, we get, especially in today's age, we get desensitized really, really fast.
Yeah.
Like maybe the first couple times you like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Then after a while you like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you cut them up yesterday.
Yeah.
I definitely want to cut somebody's head off, Paul. I don't know if that was crazy or something like that, but I want to cut somebody's head off, have it stuck on my clothes, and be running around with.
Oh, what, it's still there?
If like an enemy come up, and just throw the head at them. That would be hard, Paul. But that would be hard.
Yeah. But that Phantom Blade Zero, I definitely agree. I think that one's gonna get bought, to be honest with you. I think it's gonna get bought. I don't think it's gonna be another situation of Black Myth, but I do think that people have been waiting for that game to finally show up.
Yeah.
J Big said he is waiting for Marvel Maximum Collection South to Midnight. The He-Man game.
Oh, South of Midnight this month. That's right.
Yeah, for Switch 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's finally.
What's it called? Is
what, South of Midnight?
No, you said
That's my He-Man.
He-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, the beat 'em up He-Man game.
Yeah, the beat 'em up game. Yep.
Do we got a name for it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the same thing as the I think the Netflix show.
Masters of the Universe.
Oh, Master of the Universe.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the name of the He-Man anyway. It's never been called He-Man. It's been Master of the Universe.
Yeah, because they got He-Man, the Master of the Universe, and then I guess it's supposed to be like Dragon Peril of Destruction that comes with it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so. But yeah, I forgot all about South of Midnight because it was such a, hey, it's happening. Like it wasn't. It was a Twitter drop. It was like, hey, yeah, it's happening. Like, okay, thanks. Like, cool.
Oh, I see it.
Exodia said a game where you play as a retail worker. That game is not for me. Even the idea is getting me more frustrated.
But those be the ones. That's
Yeah.
I tell anybody. Whenever people were hyping and gassing Job Simulator on VR, I was like, "You want to work?" Then you start playing and you're like, "Oh, okay." Bartender Simulator, same thing. Like, oh, okay. There's something to it. People with we see all the time with Farming Simulator, Power Washing Simulator. Like those games have some weird addictive nature to it, even though you already do.
Right.
Like it's weird. So I get what you're saying, but it's weird because even with like this county is like a smaller game to where you can run like your whole job is to run the store and keep expanding it. But at the same time, there's something going on in the city that you got to figure out because there's some weird mess happening, but you got to figure out the story. But every morning, except for Sundays, because you close on Sundays, you have to go in the store, you have to buy inventory, you have to restock, and also check the people out because you're the only one that works there. So not only are you checking out, restocking, cleaning the floor when people start spilling crap on the floor, like you're doing it all. Until I think you get to a point to where you do have I got to a point to where I have a digital scanner now. I don't have to type it in anymore, so I can just go and just digitally scan stuff and just go straight through. But wow. It's got this weird addictive nature to it. So I hear you, but give it a shot.
Okay, let me see. RJ said Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem game. Yeah, I definitely want to see more on that.
Yeah, because we don't have a date on that yet.
Yeah, I think that'll show up during our summer Christmas of games.
Hopefully.
Let me see. Dark Voice said he's looking forward to Super Mario Galaxy. Talking about earlier in the show. Triple M said, "Who framed Roger Rabbit?" Yeah.
Yeah.
As Mouse. You Mortimer Mouse in this game. You know what I'm saying? He needed his time back. There's X-Men game coming in like 2029. Okay, so there you go, Vito.
I don't know. I'll wait to see that because even in that leak, they said we were supposed to get a Venom game by now. We hadn't heard anything about a Venom video game.
Yeah, that's true.
Curious as into like what else is still actually coming from that leak.
Right. Okay, so for me, obviously, I talked about Crimson Desert, and being really interested in that game. I've done a lot of talking with my buddy Sam. He used to come on the show every now and then, show up in the comment section, but and he was just we were just kind of mulling over like all the things that you could possibly do. He's one of those guys, kind of similar to you, Jack. Like he likes to play a lot of the simulator games. He loves Card Simulator. He loves what is it, Lawnmower Simulator and all that.
Oh yeah.
So like his big thing in this game is the idea of being a salesperson or like a retailer, you know, going around selling different items and setting up, you know, caravans to go sell and resell and all this other stuff. You know, I think that's cool. You know, a way to make your money on the side. In Xenoblade Chronicles X, all you got to do is throw down a probe and you good. Your money just be making it for you. You know what I'm saying? But this game has me interested because it's an action game. They're Chinese, right? Pearl Abyss is Chinese.
Yeah.
So it's another one of the Chinese games that's, you know, getting a lot of FaceTime, which is good. I feel like everybody should get their own fair share of FaceTime.
Right.
And I just, you know, I like the overall, like this is the closest that we're gonna get to me right now to a Lord of the Rings game. Like I just don't feel like one of those is coming anytime soon. They already showed off that you can fly on a dragon in this game, so that's also possible. You can start your own farm and you have your pigs and all that other stuff, and those are things that I actually would want to do in this game, even though normally I don't do those things. But there's just something about it that just is like got me like, but what's the catch? You know what I mean? Like
I saw the argument the other day of everyone saying, oh, if you don't know what this game is about, then you're not reading. And I'm like, I haven't looked into it, but if I'm just watching without reading the description, I don't know what you're doing in this game. Other than the fact that it's a big open game that you can go and slash some people up, and you can do a lot of things like actually turn water into ice, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Like the physics and everything in it seems cool. I haven't read the description as into what you're solely doing in this game, but when they've shown it, they really haven't said what you're doing in this game as far as I've seen.
Yeah, I've only got like bits and pieces, like you're, you know, building up community again. But there's so many pieces in like this game. Obviously it borrows from a bunch of different games, right? Breath of the Wild, you have your Breath of the Wild, you have your Red Dead Redemptions. Like there's a bunch of stuff that this game borrows from.
Right.
And I just learned the other day, like as I was scrolling through Twitter, that you can have a jetpack in this game, and I'm like,
I saw that. Which don't match the time frame at all.
Like, how does that even work? I know there's like a couple characters in the game that you can even see easily. They're either mechanical. There's a whole city that's based around science and technology, and I was even like trying to get the benefit of the doubt because like one of the enemies was like shooting rockets, but I'm like, oh, those aren't rockets. They're just like propelling, you know, glass potions that, you know, upon impact explode. And I like, after further look, I'm like, no, those are definitely rockets. Like, wait a minute, like what kind of game are we playing here? So yeah, I'm optimistic mostly about this game, but
well, hey, if you looked at the trailer, they did have this time traveling aspect where you go through this portal thing. So maybe that's
I'm looking at it too.
Explaining some of the off time situations.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So looking at the trailer as well as reading the description makes it. I understand it now a little bit more. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like technology forward things. It kind of puts me in the mind frame of Dragon Ball. In a way to where like you see dinosaurs, but at the same time you're now carrying stuff around in a small capsule. Like so, the technology's kind of moved forward, but it looks like you're in prehistoric times. So it's okay. I see it. Yeah, I mean, it looks ambitious. Don't get me wrong. It just looks like a bunch of crap that I'm not trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Like it looks loaded, but I'm really not trying to.
I think the other reason why I'm like somewhat interested in picking it up is because I don't really have any games for the PlayStation 5, and I'm like, man, between my kids only playing their sport games,
yep,
which is crazy because like my daughter will pick up the Switch and Switch 2, and she'll play actual. I won't call them actual games. She'll play. she'll play. Yeah, she'll play other games like her fantasy games. Her Zeldas, her Pokemons, like Mario's. She'll play all of those and the third-party games that are on Switch. She'll play all of those, right? But when it comes to the PlayStation, she's stuck playing the same football game every single time, the same NHL game. Like, it's always just the sports. And my son either is playing Call of Duty or he's playing 2K. And so it's like, we own Ghost of Yotei. I still have not slotted it in to play it.
Really?
To even check it out. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know when that moment will come, but it's still not, I don't feel the ambition to want to play that game.
And I know this is probably, I think what they mentioned, it should be in May, and I could be wrong. What do you plan to get the Lego Batman game on? Switch or PlayStation?
Definitely Switch.
Oh, and see, that was one of my main issues with being a multi-console owner. I don't care for Sony's first party. Like I think I have maybe 2 franchises from their IPs that I care about. So you find yourself trying to force yourself to buy games for that console to justify you still having that console around. And that's where I was like, you know what? I'm wasting more money than anything because I was buying games I didn't care for. Or I thought were interesting and they were not interesting. It's like they all have this they're too serious sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then when I got into VR, I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna go into, but it's hard to explain, but even with them having a VR headset and even with them making a Horizon game and they had some exclusives that showed up, they never bought into it. So one of the key things that everybody with a headset will tell you is the key thing about having a Quest 3 is you get thrown into the immersion immediately.
Yeah.
So when I even if I have it on pass-through mode, there are screens all over the place. Like they constantly throwing Instagram in my face, but it's like screens up and you can go and you can touch certain things and it feels like VR. So where when you have on a PSVR 2, all you're looking at is the PlayStation 5 home screen. So it's like you just gave me a bigger screen.
Right.
Cool. But you didn't immerse me until I didn't go into the game. And then it's like, okay, now I'm playing the VR game. But even then, they didn't have a lot of appealing games. They were just getting ports from Quest.
Right.
And it was like, okay, but these ports, like, we look at the Switch now to where, like, yeah, it's getting ports to older games. But once again, the portable nature of it is being added to where PSVR 2 and Quest 3, you're now taking away the one-up factor, which is portability. Quest 3, I can take it anywhere. PSVR 2, I'm attached to this console. It's wired. So really, you bring me these old games mean absolutely nothing at this point in time. So I found myself trying to buy games. I even bought Gran Turismo. I was like, I don't care anything about Gran Turismo. But for me trying to justify the purchase, I got Gran Turismo 7 and I bought a steering wheel, pedals, and a seat. It was cool for a minute.
Dang,
and then it's like,
went all out.
Anybody that knows me, if I'm going to get into something, I'm going in balls deep. Like I'm going in heavy. So I'm never gonna buy a console like, yeah, I bought 1 or 2 games, whatever. No, I'm going to invest. But even then, it was like with me investing that heavy, I still couldn't justify the purchase.
Right.
And so that's why I was like, all right, cool. I got rid of it. Same thing with Xbox. Like I went in heavy with Xbox. Game Pass was cool for a minute, but one thing that I told my kids, and I had to tell this to their mom too. She was like, well, why do they play games at your house on the Xbox, but they don't play it at my house with the Xbox? I said, because 9 times out of 10, I've already curated the games I want to play, and I already have them downloaded. Because if you go to Game Pass, it's so many games, you get overwhelmed. And now you don't know what to play.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, you're not finishing them. Because it's like, okay, yeah, it'll be here, so I'll come back to it. it's not going anywhere until you see, oh, it's leaving next month, and then now you want to rush to go finish it. But by that time, it's probably balls deep. So it's so you try your best to invest in it, and that's where I was like, you know what? Even with how tempting Phantom Blade Zero is, how tempting Wolverine could possibly be, or even with Grand Theft Auto, I can't justify having 2 consoles no more for myself. I can't. And then even with Marvel Token, looks dope, but fighters, I never stay with them because I'll try to learn them, and then when I get waxed online, I'm like, yep,
done.
They done figured it out. Like I was cool when wasn't nobody on it. Like when people was learning, like, oh, I'm getting in them, I'm winning. Then it's like when people figured out, like, yep, I'm good now. All right, the masters have shown up.
Right. They in here. Done.
This ain't fun no more. This is competitive now, and I ain't in it. So,
yeah, I'm the same way, and it's funny because like it's so weird because every generation up till this generation I've had 2 consoles, and like the split between what games I buy for them has like almost been even. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna pick this up for this. I'm gonna pick this up for this, but like. The PlayStation 5 has been around and it's the one that collects the most dust, Yeah. And that's weird for a PlayStation console, at least for our family. It's like there's something on there for us to play, and it's just like, we mostly play backwards compatible games and obviously sports games. So yeah, and even to like Vito said, James Bond is coming up. Got to pick it up for the Switch.
The Switch.
Like,
the Switch.
It's not. I would condemn myself for picking it up for PlayStation. Hadn't been one of those originals to play GoldenEye and not go back into a nostalgic mode and play this game on a Nintendo console like that. I couldn't do that. So, but yeah, there's other games. Oh, there was another game that I wanted to bring up. We don't have a release date for it, and it's not Witchbrook because I know I talk about that all the time, and it's still not having a release date.
It doesn't have a date yet.
No, and I know everybody.
Witchbrook.
I know everybody gets on me about Cuttlefish and not coming out with games. They be sitting on games for years and years. But the other game, it was in my wish list. The other game that is going to be, well, a couple of them. Tides of Annihilation, which is the other like beat 'em up one, beat 'em up game that we saw at the PlayStation store. But this other game is actually, it says it's coming in 26, so I hope it does. You might have to look this one up, Jack, if you remember it, but it's at Fate's End. Which was another title that was like a more of an indie joint, but it's the girl who's got the psychic powers with the sword. She looks like she's like a princess in a red suit.
Fate's End.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my eye real close on that one. I cannot wait for that one.
Looking at this one, the freaking Elliot game.
Oh yeah, Elliot too. Yeah.
That one, and then also, what was the one with the old man that?
Yes. The DuckTales joint.
Yeah. Look, just like DuckTales. I forget the name of it, but
it's such a long game name.
I don't think they ever gave us a date to it.
Yeah.
But that's another one I'm looking forward to, and that got Switch written all over it. What is the name of that freaking game? Because it has a long name, and I'm like,
yeah,
y'all please shorten this up because I forget it every time. That's why I wish I could just wish list it. Huh?
Is it only for Switch?
No. It's for everything.
No. It's like something adventures, something.
Yeah, I think it's got like his name in it or something like that.
Yeah.
I always forget the freaking name of the game.
I need to just go ahead and put it in my wish list.
Yeah,
The Adventures of.
Now that's the one from Square.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the other one. I'm on this list from GameSpot, and hopefully it'll jump out at me. But it's literally him and it's like cartoon, like hand drawn too, in a way. So
And he
that's gonna bother me.
and it was something with his family.
Yeah.
They didn't really. The mom didn't really like him, and the son.
Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
whole trailer, bro. Like it's, I just can't remember the name of the freaking game
Yeah, it's gonna kill me too.
because I think they either pushed it back or either they just didn't give us a date. One of the two. Now that's gonna bother me.
I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you where. Because did it come? Was it supposed to be coming out for Steam too?
I believe so.
Okay, let's see if we can do this. Let's see.
I'm about to just take the power of Google and say "Old Man with Cane" video game. Oh, let me see.
The old man.
Action video game. Let's see if somebody come up with it. Yup, they did. The Eternal
Life of Goldman.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't sleep on Google. I put "Old Man with Cane" action video game, and it's the first thing that popped up for YouTube.
Yeah, I jumped into
I don't
Steam
think
and put
it's
in
been
side
listed
scrollers.
on Switch, and that's what.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Can I put this up in the screen?
And also, yeah, coming. Oh, it's got a demo out on Steam.
It's got a demo out on Steam.
Ain't even fool with it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I got rid of my Steam, so I can't even fool with
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and do that. Do that right now.
But it's got coming soon still. And I'm like, what is going on, man? Don't show me these type of games and then keep hitting me with it coming soon. And it's from THQ Nordic too, as a publisher.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
At least they're a little bit better about getting that stuff done.
Yeah, but like this right here, this is gonna be the game that's gonna make me put everything down. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because out of all the genres, platformers, that's my top genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna make me put it down for sure.
I'm excited. I want to know.
Hey, they still
mean,
coming
not
out with
even
that
a-
Black Panther game. The Black Panther and Captain America.
I thought they canceled it.
They have it right. Well, they have something. I don't know if this is it or not, but 1943. That's the name of the Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. I thought that was like the name of that game.
1943 Rise of Hydra. Yes, well, it says December 31st, 2026. So yeah, I guess it still is coming.
Oh wow!
Add this to my
With the
wish
Dominican Panther.
Yeah, I thought
Dominican
that game got canceled, but looks like it's still alive.
White Panther was canceled. Okay, yeah, that's what Jay Biggs and them were saying.
The actual Black Panther
the solo
one.
Black Panther one was canceled.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But not this one. But we ain't even heard nothing about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that little Dominican Black Panther trailer we got. Dude looked like he was Hefe instead of T'Challa.
Yeah, he let homeboy just switch with him real quick. Like I'm taking a vacation.
Alright, well, I guess that's coming out.
Yeah.
What studio is that?
I thought it was still. Was it EA? During the 1943. Let me see. I literally just looked at it. It is Skydance.
Skydance.
So yeah, Paramount Studios.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's about to suck.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Because they don't have any. I mean, they've done some of the Walking Dead games, but I'm not familiar with the Walking Dead games like that.
Yeah, this is not.
Yeah.
Worth money.
Skydance.
Wow.
They did The Walking Dead Saint and Sinners, The Walking Dead Saint and Sinners Chapter 2. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. If that tell you anything, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's about to suck.
Good
It's about
luck.
to be like Marvel's Avengers.
Good luck. I guess.
Good luck out there, champ.
Right.
We're rooting for you.
With that being said, I think we can wrap it up. So before we get up out of here, Jack, what you got up for us, man?
I recorded a video kind of going over the conversation with Xbox and their Project Helix announcement that they did, which was just very random. And kind of like where I see that going and where I see Sony going next. This PS6 and possible next Xbox, talking about next year, I don't know why. I don't know why in the world you'd be releasing new consoles next year if you're Sony or Xbox. It just don't make sense. Like, even with Xbox, it's not going to take you out of the eye of the consumer thinking that you're a disappointment. Like, if you come and you say, look, yep, with this console we're dropping next year, and here's a slew of games that's only exclusive on this console, cool. You're on the right path, but they got a lot of making up to do. But as far as Sony, they haven't done anything with PS5, so we shouldn't even be uttering the words PS6. Like not even close.
Right.
But if they want to entertain that handheld, I'm interested, but they gotta be committed, because I always dub Sony the Google of gaming. Like, if it don't hit out of the gate, they throwing it away. Like, they're not dealing with it anymore. So I'm curious. So I will possibly drop that video sometime soon, along with doing some more videos kind of geared around some of the games that are coming up. And then I've started just like randomly throwing up gameplay videos. I was going to throw up a video of blueprints, but realizing that's not something you really want to sit down and watch for real. I mean, there's some people that do content around blueprints, but I think I've made it to like the eighth level in blueprints, and then that's where I kind of like fall out of rooms because I just can't figure out how to get past like the eighth space for that. But it's an addictive game, great puzzle. But I will throw up some more content, especially centered around Pocopia as well. So just be on the lookout.
Okay. Ironically funny, as you said something about not needing to buy or not needing to make a PlayStation 6 or the next Xbox. It's funny enough, I had a conversation with somebody about that as well. They were like, who's saying that? Who's saying we don't need another system? I'm like, bruh, I've seen it from a lot of people. I'm like, but like, are you looking for me to tell you from like what kind of podcasters, streamers, all this other stuff? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, why does it really matter? Like their voice is not more impactful in who's saying what than a regular person. Like I mean, the person next to me could say there's no need for a PlayStation 6, and somebody's literally saying there's no need for a PlayStation 6.
Right.
I don't need to be directly quoting anybody. But anyway, Vito, what you got up for us?
To upload a video for the Vito Variants channel and Vitoverse music. So just stay tuned for that. And then next week, my pre-recorded, just as usual, just the normal Vitoverse shenanigans that I do. So for all that.
Okay. Y'all know how we do it here. We thank you guys for coming through. We really appreciate it. Triple M, RJ, appreciate you coming through. J Biggs, FL was in the building. Exodia holding it down for all the moderators. Shine, appreciate you coming through, man. Triple M was in the building as well. Jazzy, anybody seen Brand Smith? I feel like he wasn't here last week either. So
I didn't see him either.
Yeah, we'll check on Brand Smith on a Twitter side. Square was in here in the building too. Y'all know how we do every Saturday at 7:00 p.m. where you can get all the latest news and funny conversations about the gaming industry. Tomorrow is the Winging It podcast at 7 o'clock as well. We do have plenty to talk about on the Winging It podcast, so make sure you guys come over there. And make sure you subscribe to all the subscribers over there, as well as Noda Kayui, who is also doing content as well. And then the Jill podcast on Monday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you guys show up for
Nodo's gonna
that.
be taking a break though.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Nodo in a while.
His son is on the way, like next week, so he's gonna be taking a break for a while.
Oh, yeah,
Another
another
son.
one. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't know that either. But that's what's
Population
up.
control. Okay.
Yeah. Obi and Anakin coming through. Obi and Anakin. Or either Obi and Anakin or Obi and Qui-Gon. You know, none less. None less. But other than that, we really appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Go ahead and check out a lot of the shorts that we're doing on the channel now for our more funny moments of this episode. And we will see you guys later.